Senior night in Albany Tuesday night means it's time to say goodbye to this young man.
And Mr. Isaiah Shell.
And after being a fixture on the varsity level for 4 years, the senior guard was ready to go out with a bang. Shell showed early he can score and he can distribute, beating Derek Bloomer for this baseline jumper, and then getting the ball to Tyler Dahl for another jumper from the corner. Black Hawk coach Corey Manlick was probably ready to find Shell a cap and gown right here after Shell rebounded a missed free throw, drove down, and beat the halftime buzzer with a three-pointer to give Albany a 26-18 lead.
Shell was a good player. We just let him kind of push the ball down the court. Nobody even had an urgency of even looking at him. And they're kind of scared of him. And then he just hits a buzzer beater, which we know he's the best player in the conference, best shooter in the conference, and it proved that right there.
It was more of the same in the third quarter. Here, Shell loses the handle of the basketball, gets pinballs around the court, and winds up in the hands of Mitchell Trove, who buries the three-pointer. On Albany's next possession, Shell comes out of traffic with the basketball and drives in for the layup. And then Shell turned it into a clinic, hitting not one, but two tough jumpers as Albany opened a 40-28 lead. But that's when Black Hawk went to work inside. Here Brett Lovelace hits the off-balance layup. Black Hawk big man Heath Butler had a huge second half. Here he scores a basket in transition, and then he scores on a nice post touch in deep. And then Black Hawk takes its first lead of the game on Tyler Peterson's three-point.
Shooter Tyler is, and he was open there, he said, so he said that he was just feeling it, and he took the shot.
When Shell finally started to cool off, Black Hawk was there to capitalize. Here Tyler Peterson throws a length of the court pass to Lovelace, who buries the pull-up jumper. And you're not going to believe this pass from Shawn Woodruff backdoor to Brett Lovelace for the easy layup. Yes, that's right, between the legs of Tyler Dahl, as Black Hawk pulled away for a 55-50 victory to take a half-game lead in the Six Rivers East.
I think the biggest difference is we turned the ball over a lot in that fourth quarter at some critical times as well, and some of that was forced by Blackhawks' pressure defense, and some of it was just costly mistakes on our part. But either way, even if you turn the ball over, Blackhawks still had to score on the other end, and they did that. I mean, the fourth quarter, even with turning the ball over, we couldn't get stops. They started to pound it inside. Lovelace and Heath Butler kind of took over, and that's what good basketball teams do in the clutch.
I wasn't very aggressive in the first half. Like, I wasn't going down the block where I usually play. And then the second half I started doing that, and shots fell.
Really shut down Isaiah in the fourth quarter. One three-pointer. I know he had 22 tonight, but all in all, he's a great player. Do you feel you did a good enough job on him by your standards?
Yeah. You can't stop him because he's so dynamic. He can drive, he can shoot. So it's just hard to. He's a player that's hard to stop.
It looks as though you'll share this conference title at worst, and Barnabas with the win tonight over Monticello. They're still in the hunt, and of course Albany can also take care of business. They can get by Peck. That'll be a tough game on Friday night, but almost appropriate, isn't it, because of how balanced this league was, that they're going to have to mint more than one trophy?
It's very appropriate. This is a very good conference. Even the West Side's got some tough teams. They make you play. The East Side this year was pretty balanced. Every team had a very consistent player, and then they had some really solid role players. Even from Barnabas, Monticello, Argyle. All these teams, Peck, Albany. They all had a consistent role player, and it's tough. Night in, night out to guard just one player. You hope that you can contain the one player, and then also let some of the other guys not score as much. But hopefully it prepares us for the playoffs. We do got a big game on Thursday yet with Judah, which we have to win if we want to have any parts of that conference championship.